Chapter 6. And God spoke to Moses and said to him, I am the Lord, and I appeared to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob as God Almighty, but by my name, the Lord, I was not made known to them. And also I have established my covenant with them, to give them the land of Canaan, the land of their pilgrimage, wherein they sojourned. And I have also heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians compel to serve, and I have remembered my covenant. Therefore, say to the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will release you from their bondage, and I will redeem you with a stretched out arm and with great judgments. And I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you a God, and you shall know that I am the Lord your God, who brings you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. And I will bring you into the land concerning which I lifted up my hand to give it to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. And I will give it to you for a heritage. I am the Lord. And Moses spoke thus to the children of Israel, but they listened not to Moses for anguish of spirit and for cruel bondage. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Go speak to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, that he send away the children of Israel out of his land. And Moses spoke before the Lord, saying, Behold, the children of Israel have not listened to me. How then shall Pharaoh hear me, I who am of uncircumcised lips? And the Lord spoke to Moses and to Aaron, and gave them a charge to the children of Israel and to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to bring forth the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. These are the heads of their family divisions. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, Hanok, and Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. These are the families of Reuben. And the sons of Simeon, Jemuel, and Jamin, and Ohad, and Jachin, and Zohar, and Shaul, the son of the Canaanitish woman. These are the families of Simeon. And these are the names of the sons of Levi according to their generations, Gershon, and Kehath, and Merari. And the years of the life of Levi were 137 years. The sons of Gershon, Libni and Shimni according to their families. And the sons of Kehath, Amram, and Yizhar, and Hebron, and Uziel. And the years of the life of Kehath were 133 years. And the sons of Merari, Machli, and Mushi. These are the families of Levi according to their generations. And Amram took himself Jochebed, his father's sister, for a wife, and she bore him Aaron and Moses. And the years of the life of Amram were 137 years. And the sons of Yizhar, Korath, and Nepheg, and Zichri. And the sons of Uziel, Mishael, and Elzaphan, and Sithri. And Aaron took himself Elisheba, daughter of Aminadab, sister of Nachshon, for wife, and she bore him Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. And the sons of Korath, Aser, and Elkanah, and Abiasaph. These are the families of the Korhites. And Eleazar, the son of Aaron, took himself one of the daughters of Putiel for wife, and she bore him Phinehas. These are the heads of the families of the Levites according to their divisions. These are they, Aaron and Moses, to whom the Lord said, Bring forth the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt according to their armies. These are they who spoke to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt. These are Moses and Aaron. And it came to pass on the day that the Lord spoke to Moses in the land of Egypt, that the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, I am the Lord. Speak to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, all that I speak to you. And Moses said before the Lord, Behold, I am of uncircumcised lips. How then shall Pharaoh listen to me? Chapter 7. And the Lord said to Moses, See, I have made you a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron your brother shall be your prophet. You shall speak all that I command you, and Aaron your brother shall speak to Pharaoh, that he send away the children of Israel out of his land. But I will harden the heart of Pharaoh, and I will multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh will not listen to you. And I will lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth my hosts, my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt with great judgments. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I stretch forth my hand over Egypt, and bring forth the children of Israel from the midst of them. And Moses and Aaron did so, as the Lord had commanded them, so did they. And Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron was 83 years old when they spoke to Pharaoh. And the Lord said to Moses and to Aaron as follows: When Pharaoh shall speak to you, saying, Give us a sign or a wonder, then you will say to Aaron, Take your staff and cast it before Pharaoh. It shall become a serpent. And Moses and Aaron came to Pharaoh, and they did so as the Lord had commanded. And Aaron cast down his staff before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. And Pharaoh also called for the wise men and the sorcerers, and they also, the magicians of Egypt, did so with their secret arts. And they cast down every man his staff, and they became serpents. But Aaron's staff swallowed up their staves. And the heart of Pharaoh remained hardened, and he listened not to them, as the Lord had spoken. And the Lord said to Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refuses to let the people go. Get you to Pharaoh in the morning. Look, he goes out to the water, and you shall place yourself opposite him by the brink of the river, and the staff, which was turned to a serpent, will you take in your hand. And you shall say to him, The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has sent me to you, saying, Let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, you would not listen up till now. Thus has said the Lord, By this you shall know that I am the Lord. Behold, I will strike with the staff that is in my hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood, and the fishes that are in the river shall die, and the river shall become foul, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink water from the river. And the Lord said to Moses, Say to Aaron, Take your staff and stretch out your hand over the waters of Egypt, over their streams, over their rivers, and over their ponds, and over every gathering of the waters, that they may become blood. And there shall be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. And Moses and Aaron did so as the Lord had commanded. And he lifted up the staff and struck the waters that were in the river before the eyes of Pharaoh and before the eyes of his servants, and all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood. And the fishes that were in the river died, and the river became foul, and the Egyptians could not drink water from the river, and the blood was throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians of Egypt did so with their secret arts. And Pharaoh's heart remained hardened, and he listened not to them, as the Lord had spoken. And Pharaoh turned away and went into his house, and he did not take even this to heart. And all the Egyptians dug round about the river for water to drink, for they could not drink of the water of the river. And a full 7 days passed after the Lord had struck the river. Chapter 8. And the Lord said to Moses, Go in to Pharaoh and say to him, Thus has said the Lord, Let my people go, that they may serve me. And if you refuse to let them go, behold, I will plague all your borders with frogs. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, and they shall go up and come into your house and into your sleeping chamber, and upon your bed, and into the house of your servants, and among your people, and into your ovens, and into your dough troughs. And the frogs shall come up upon you, and upon your people, and upon all your servants. And the Lord said to Moses, Say to Aaron, Stretch out your hand with your staff over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up over the land of Egypt. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their secret arts, and brought up frogs over the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh called for Moses and for Aaron, and said, Entreat the Lord, that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go, that they may sacrifice to the Lord. And Moses said to Pharaoh, Glorify yourself over me. For what time shall I entreat for you, and for your servants, and for your people, to destroy the frogs from you and from your houses, that they may remain in the river only? And he said, For tomorrow. And he said, Be it according to your word, in order that you may know that there is none like the Lord our God. And the frogs shall depart from you, and from your houses, and from your servants, and from your people. They shall remain in the river only. And Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh. And Moses cried to the Lord on account of the frogs which he had inflicted on Pharaoh. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses. And the frogs died out of the house, and of the courts, and out of the fields. And they gathered them together in heaps, and the land stank. But when Pharaoh saw that there was a respite, he hardened his heart, and he listened not to them, as the Lord had spoken. And the Lord said to Moses, Say to Aaron, Stretch out your staff and strike the dust of the earth, and it shall become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And they did so. And Aaron stretched out his hand with his staff and struck the dust of the earth, and it became lice on man and on beast. All the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their secret arts to bring forth the lice, but they could not. And the lice were upon man and upon beast. And the magicians said to Pharaoh, This is the finger of God. But Pharaoh's heart remained hardened, and he listened not to them, as the Lord had spoken. And the Lord said to Moses, Rise up early in the morning and present yourself before Pharaoh. Look, he goes forth to the water, and say to him, Thus has said the Lord, Let my people go, that they may serve me. For if you will not let my people go, behold, I will send against you and your servants and your people and your houses grievous swarms, and the houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarms, and also the ground on which they are. And I will distinguish on that day the land of Goshen, in which my people stays, so that no swarms shall be there, in order that you may know that I, the Lord, am in the midst of the earth. And I will set a redemption between my people and your people. Tomorrow shall this sign happen. And the Lord did so, and there came a grievous multitude of swarms into the house of Pharaoh and into the servants' houses, and in all the land of Egypt, and the land was laid waste by reason of swarms. And Pharaoh called for Moses and for Aaron and said, Go you, sacrifice to your God in the land. And Moses said, It is not proper to do so, for the offerings we shall sacrifice to the Lord our God are an abomination to the Egyptians. Look, if we should sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians before their eyes, would they not stone us? A 3 days' journey we will go into the wilderness and sacrifice to the Lord our God, just as he may say to us. And Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that you may sacrifice to the Lord your God in the wilderness. Only do not go very far away, entreat from me. And Moses said, Behold, I go out from you, and I will entreat the Lord, and the swarms shall depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people tomorrow. Only let not Pharaoh deal deceitfully any more, in not letting the people go to sacrifice to the Lord. And Moses went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord, and the Lord did according to the word of Moses. And he removed the swarms from Pharaoh, and from his servants, and from his people. There was not one left. But Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time also, and he did not let the people go. And the Lord said to Moses, Go into Pharaoh, and speak to him. Thus has said the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, Let my people go, that they may serve me. For if you refuse to let them go and will still detain them, behold, the hand of the Lord will be upon your cattle, which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the donkeys, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. There shall be a very grievous murrain, and the Lord will distinguish between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt, and nothing shall die that belongs to the children of Israel. And the Lord appointed a set time, saying, Tomorrow will the Lord do this thing in the land. And the Lord did this thing on the morrow. And all the cattle of Egypt died, but the cattle of the children of Israel, there died not one. And Pharaoh sent, and behold, there had not died of the cattle of the Israelites even one. But the heart of Pharaoh remained hardened, that he did not let the people go. And the Lord said to Moses and to Aaron, Take yourselves and your hands full of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses throw it havenward before the eyes of Pharaoh. And it shall become fine dust over all the land of Egypt, and it shall become upon man and upon beast, an inflammation breaking forth in blains throughout all the land of Egypt. And they took the ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh. And Moses threw it up heavenward, and it became an inflammation, breaking forth in the blains upon man and upon beast. And the magicians could not stand before Moses because of the inflammation, for the inflammation was upon the magicians and upon all the Egyptians. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he listened not to them as the Lord had spoken to Moses. And the Lord said to Moses, "Rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh, and say to him, Thus has said the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, Let my people go, that they may serve me. For at this time will I send all my plagues upon your heart and upon your servants and upon your people, in order that you may know that there is none like me on all the earth. For now I might have stretched out my hand, and I might have struck you and your people with the pestilence, and you would have been cut off from the earth. But truly for this have I let you remain, in order to show you my power, and in order to declare my name throughout all the earth. If you do still exalt yourselves against my people so as not to let them go, behold, then will I let rain tomorrow about this time a very grievous hail, the like of which has not been in Egypt from the day of its foundation even until now. And now gather in your cattle, and all that you have in the field, every man and beast that shall be found in the field, and shall not be brought into the house. Upon them shall the hail come down, and they shall die. He that feared the word of the Lord among the servants of Pharaoh brought his servants and his cattle home into their houses. But he that regarded not the word of the Lord left his servants and his cattle in the field. And the Lord said to Moses, Stretch forth your hand toward heaven, and there shall be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field in the land of Egypt. And Moses stretched forth his staff toward heaven, and the Lord sent thunder and hail and fire ran down to the earth. And the Lord let hail come down upon the land of Egypt. And there was hail and fire mingling with the hail, very grievous, the like of which had not been throughout all the land of Egypt since it became a nation. And the hail struck in all the land of Egypt all that was in the field, both man and beast, and every herb of the field did the hail strike, and every tree of the field did it break. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, there was no hail. And Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron, and he said to them, I have sinned this time. The Lord is the righteous, and I and my people are the wicked. Entreat the Lord, and let there be enough of the mighty thunders and hail, and I will let you go, and you shall not stay longer. And Moses said to him, As soon as I am gone out of the city, I will spread forth my hands to the Lord. The thunders shall cease, neither shall there be any more hail, in order that you may know that the earth belongs to the Lord. But as for you and your servant, I know that you are not yet afraid before the Lord God. And the flax and the barley were struck, for the barley was in the ear, and the flax was in bloom. But the wheat and the rye were not struck, for they were late in growing. And Moses went out from Pharaoh from the city, and he spread forth his hands to the Lord. And the thunders and the hail ceased, and the rain was not poured out upon the earth. And when Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunders had ceased, he sinned yet farther and hardened his heart, both he and his servants. And the heart of Pharaoh remained hardened, and he did not let the children of Israel go, as the Lord had spoken by the hand of Moses. This completes Parashat Va'era.